This is Verda Templin on her 95th birthday. And Verda, please tell us about going to country school. What was it like?
Well, we had a mostly walk, and we walked across fields and through fences. I remember we'd have to wait there were 5 of us kids, and the older ones would hold the barbed wire at the gates so they wouldn't rip their clothes.
And what was it like in school? Did you have recess? Did you skate?
Oh, yes, we had, I think, 15 minutes recess, and at noon it probably was a half an hour.
Did you sometimes go skating in the wintertime?
Oh, yes, down at the river, about the Crow River.
Were sometimes the boys mean to the girls?
The boys mean to the girls, oh, definitely. What they did was the teacher didn't know what was going on, but before we went back to school after playing down at the creek, we'd go to the outhouse, and there was a fence around, the old outhouses, the little wood spaces we'd have to go in. There the boys would line up behind the school. The teacher didn't know, but they'd throw snowballs, so we'd just scream we couldn't get out of there. And you might know the boys had fun, but the teacher didn't know.
How many children were in the schoolhouse?
Oh, goodness. About 30, usually about 30.
And when you graduated,
That's 8 grades.
8 grades. And what language did your teacher speak?
Well, she was, we had a lot of Bohemian and Czechoslovakian teachers, but then the one that was German was Irene Schrupp.
Uh-huh. So was all your lessons taught in German or English?
Oh, in school, the teachers talked English, of course.
Very good, very good. And when you graduated from the 8th grade, what happened to you?
Oh, that night, I graduated, they had a ceremony for the country school kids in Glencoe. I think it was at the courthouse or where we were. At least that night, my dad took me to the barn, and he said, now that you've graduated, you milk this cow tonight, and tomorrow morning you get up at 5 o'clock and help us milk. And I tell you, I did what I was told. What else could you do? In those days, you better do what your daddy said or else. So then when my husband wanted to marry me, I said, you have to ask my dad. First, my dad got up from the chair. He used to chew clippings, and he had a spittoon there. But he didn't spit in the spittoon, but he got up off his chair, took the lid off of the wood stove, and spit everything that he had in his mouth, and went and sat down. And he said, if you think you're big enough to support a woman, go right ahead. And then my husband, to me, said, well, he said, I hope to rent a farm. And then we did for 9 years until we bought the farm that we own now.
The farm that's behind you, right? That's right.
I saw the ad in the paper, and